Good morning. Prosperity every day. Julia Cameron, and December 10. Goals and dreams. When we are money mad, our goals are often pie in the sky. In recovery, one doable step at a time, our goals are more realistic. Solvent, we are often able to achieve goals and dreams that have eluded us. Yeah. Um, yeah, Uh, I've had a goal for 5 or 6, maybe even 7 years now to be debt free in 2024, and I'll be that close to achieving it actually after today. Um, but yeah, it's very likely to, and when I say debt free, I mean everything minus my mortgage, which is very reasonable. I think I owe about 40 or 45 grand on my mortgage. So that's not horrific. Um, but the idea of, I mean, right now I think my singular credit card that it has no interest bearing on it whatsoever balance is $127. I get to pay that off on Friday, and and I'm hoping to make a solid payment on the student loan. It's probably going to be about, oh, I don't know, 16, 17 grand towards the student loan, which will be about halving it. Um, Hopefully by the end of maybe this week or next week. Definitely before the end of the year. I need that to happen in 2024. And then in January, the idea is to make the other remaining chunk of the payment, and then I can claim debt free for the first time. Good God, when's the first time I started doing debt? I did a student loan when I was at the School of the Arts, and that would have been, 87. And I know I got a credit card because, they give college students who don't have jobs credit cards because they know that they will eventually get jobs, theoretically. But at an art school, really, for actors, ay, ay, ay. Anyways, I just bit all the possible bait out there to get into financial difficulties. And, I remember laughing it up. One of my colleagues, school colleagues, they went to a New York trip, and this one guy put everything on an American Express card that he had just gotten. And there's no limit. You can go do it, and he spent like $3,000 or $4,000 on a weekend up in New York. And he's 20 something, no job, and you got to pay that thing off in a month. It's not a credit card. Anyway, so why do they let, well, why? I know why they let people do it because they get them tangled up and enslaved in debt. What a great system to just suck every ounce of energy out of everybody, and strain every relationship that everybody has. It is such an interesting process of learning how to refrain from insane behavior, you know. And the idea of limiting myself from any and all advertising, it's so challenging. But you know, the biggest wants that I have right now are, an RV, a trailer, some sort of camping outfit rig that I would really enjoy. And it's, I would dare say the word I want to use is a necessity, because I live in one of the most absolutely beautiful areas on the planet, and I want to be able to go do good, solid, fun, semi rustic camping on a regular basis. I've got the time off, and and I got the scheduling to go do some amazing stuff, and I want to. Um, but my first goal is to achieve that debt free and to live in that for a bit and to get the retirement fund moving and growing. And then I will frugally as possible, get a vehicle that can tow a trailer, and then I will get an RV. And they will likely be, the truck is probably going to be 15 or 20 years old, and the RV will probably be 15 or 20 years old. And probably a total expenditure about 20 grand. And I want to go buy a brand new truck. I want to go buy a brand new Airstream. What, $200,000? And I could do it, you know. They would let me sign those dotted lines and have those payments until I'm dead. And, just insane. And then have no money for retirement. Living on my Social Security, barely, and not being able to afford to go camping in your $150,000 camper and your $100,000 truck. Insane. So I'm not going to do that crap. Um, I will get a humble 15-year-old truck and I will get a humble 10-year-old RV. That's it. And I'll buy them off season. It's going to probably take me another year or two, but that's the sane thing to do. That's recovery in action. That's restraint and refrain and desire to be solvent. What a goal, man. I want solvency. I want a cushion and a certainty of okayness, and it's all there. I've got a possibility and I've got things lined up to hit a number that will be okay. And I'm not obsessed by it. I don't churn over it during the day. I don't race and run around. After I do my morning dew, I look at my budget stuff for the day and I try to stay within it. And, you know, last couple nights I've had that little urge after punching out to go run through a drive-through, and I've come home and I've eaten food that was at home. Last night I came home and I wasn't hungry and I went to bed. What a concept. Instead of spending money and filling my body with calories that I don't need. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And and I've done 2 days of strength training. I'm gonna call it strength training, even though it's one set of dumbbell uh, exercises. You know, a single set of three different exercises: buys, tries, and shoulders. Took me 4.5 minutes, but I just got to get in the habit of picking those things up and work on consistency. And I felt better at yoga the other day. I felt good at work yesterday, feeling stronger in my legs and my core, working on completely healing this groin, the feet, feeling good at work, you know, mostly feeling good right now. Got some sensation in that big toe knuckle, but it's not horrifically painful. It's not jolting. It's not hot. And the side of the foot, for right now, feels pretty good. Shoulder, working on it. Um, all of it. Mostly the mindset and the spiritual connection is a number one. That's the that's the greatest exercise I can participate in is doing a morning reading, doing some prayer, and um, and doing some meditation and a little writing. I mean, this wrist is pretty consistently just semi sore now. It's not really bad. So it's moving in the right direction, but just got to keep stretching it, keep doing a little PT with it. And, but literally the writing was getting painful. It's so funny. Um, so yeah, it's another good day. Goals and dreams, dreams and goals. Um, yeah. So, yeah, I'll do my prayers aloud. So I always do a like a prayer for protection. I always include Wink in there. I do an abundance thing, and then I do it's a an edited sort of made it my own the AA prayer. So the light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And the we there is me and Wink. Um, Divine love through me blesses and multiplies. I can't speak. I need more coffee. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I'm alcoholic and cannot manage my own life. No human power can relieve alcoholism, but God can and will if sought, and I seek and have found. God, I offer myself to you to build with me and to do with me as you wish. Please relieve the core symptom of this disease, self centeredness, and take away my difficulties, my character defects, and shortcomings, so that victory over them may bear witness to those I could help of your power, your love, and your way of life. May I do your will always and all day today. Thank you. So those are my prayers, and I'll do some meditation here in a little bit. And I usually do my mantras, right? So I got a series of these, and I usually only record half of them. But the most important thing is the 10th step. I always do it in the morning. Um, so I look back at yesterday and do I owe any amends? I had about three or four quick, fast, salty members at the beginning of my shift, and I responded in kind as opposed to neutralizing it and just going true neutral. It's just so funny, and I didn't do my divinity thing. Yeah, so my divinity prayer for going into work is divinity, 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 meaning everybody who's walking in and out of that building, whether it's members, employees, or supervisors or managers, I just do my best to see each and every one of them as a divine being, divine light, and either embraced in their light and okay or struggling. And when someone is truly struggling and they're sending that negative, struggling, combative, aggressive energy towards me, um, I want to respond divinely, right? Knowingly that they are not presenting their true selves. And absolutely, it has nothing to do with me. And I want to respond with a tone of neutrality and an intention of neutrality with, oh, I'm so sorry. It sounds like a manager could best help. Let's get a manager. Again, I'm so sorry. looks like a manager's going to best help. I'll be right back. And, one guy, he was just, I could just instantly feel the combativeness the moment he rolled up. And, like, I go to grab the ticket, so I got to look over the ticket and deface it. Like, that's the deal. And he wouldn't let go of it. He wouldn't let go of it. I'm like, sir, I need the ticket. He goes, no, you don't. It's my ticket. And I'm like, well, I went into the management thing. I said there was a manager over at the desk, but I did it. I was matching his energy, and like I was affronted by his negativity. I took it personally, and so I owe him and me an amends. I need to forgive myself for still succumbing to that knee jerk response and taking their negativity personally. I got to let that go 100%. And I will. I will get some successful reps. And that's it. I just got to be repetitious about letting that stuff go and doing what I did without the venom, right? Because I send him back. Like, he did me, so I got to do him. And, so, and my amend to him is that I will do my utter best to not repeat that behavior. I don't know. I don't recall ever seeing him before, and I don't know if I'll ever see him again. I don't know if he was an out of towner or, you know, I think I think we're getting a lot of people from way out in the outskirts that are prepping for more winter storms because we got hit hard uh, early in the season. So it might look like it's a big winter. We'll see. But I think a lot of people are coming in from the outskirts and they don't like they really don't like crowded spaces, and I get it because they're probably on a big chunk of land and lots of trees and lots of critters and no people. So when they get into an environment where there's a lot of people, I think they get super. I don't think I know they get super itchy. So I'm gonna do my best not to take any of that personally. But the rest of that IP is I am clean today, and I know that I have a choice to stay clean, and I'm going to exercise that choice. I'm going to stay clean today, no matter what. And that's the simplicity of that IP there. First question and last question done. And now, finally, this is my infinite invocation and the result of working all 12 steps, but primarily step 9. I, Paul C., have forgiven all and am forgiven of all and by all. Nothing remains in my being but love. There is no pain or distress in my joints or my muscles. My body is the body of Source, the living eternal spirit. There is one life. That life is my life now. I am the spirit of joy within me. I radiate life. I am life. There is one life. That life is my life now. I claim my spiritual perfection and connection with my inner healing artist and my abundance guide. We utilize the practical principles of the 12 steps, 12 traditions, and the 12 powers. I expect and accept the healing. I expect and accept the happiness. I expect and accept the abundance. I expect and accept the responsibilities and so live that they become a part of my experience now, today. It is my responsibility to harness my creativity by cultivating and manifesting positivity. This is what I want to do today. I don't know if I already talked about that, but hey, my driveway is 100% clear, so don't got to do anything out there. Could finish up some laundry, get that down to 0. Um, but number one is I gotta finish jumping through the hoops for getting this transfer of monies available and to my bank so that I can make a big chunky student loan payment. That's my number one today. And then go to yoga and give work an honest date and do a sincere preparation for divinity, 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 so that I can not do any more harm to myself or anybody else while I'm at work. Um, do some food prep and connect with my sponsor and my sponsees. Yeah, that's a good day. Yep. You will now step into my place and do it, bringing all of your powers and intelligence to bear and considering yourself to being none other than myself. So it is. This or something better still. I am responsible. I am capable. I am aware. I am willing. I am masculine. I provide. I protect. And I decide. I am enough. This is my truth. My life is a treasure. I change my thinking today and thus create my holistic prosperity, health, wealth, and happiness plan. I demonstrate, manifest, and execute from this plan specifically today by number one, tithing, number two, prayer, meditation, reading, and writing, three, exercise and right eating, four, budgeting and right spending and investing in my future's financial freedom, five, boundaries and right relationships. There is no limitation, poverty, want, nor lack. We stand in the midst of eternal opportunity, which is forever presenting us with the evidence of its full expression. We are joy, peace, and happiness. We have peace, poise, and harmony. I represent the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It is unerring. It never mistakes. There are no mistakes in the divine plan for us. There is no fear. All trust, all faith, all good. All trust, all faith, all good, all day, all love. Have a great day.